Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. Finally got people here. Sorry, I'm still getting set up here. First actual live stream that isn't a test. Trying to post this on my classroom. Nope, wrong sign in. Yeah, let me know who's here. I can only see that I have one viewer. I cannot see who that is. So if you're a student or a friend or a random follower or my mom that has come to watch me stream, let me know. I'll be posting my link in my classroom, so give me just a few minutes. Alright, posted, and I've got my chat up. Still just myself, entertaining myself here. That's okay. It's a good game for that. You won't have audio for the music, unfortunately, because YouTube likes to pull down anything that has music claims, so you'll just have these sound effects. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to make a new game. And sure, I'll play the male lead. Mr. B is nice, or must be nice. I don't know. It's your viewers. Good. Welcome to the live stream. Playing Monster Sanctuary. Monster Keeper? I don't remember what this game called. Monster Sanctuary. Okay. I've already played this game all the way to level 40. Haven't quite beat it yet. Played with the Eagle last time. This is a kind of like a Pokemon dash Terraria mix-up. So I'm not worried about how thick our boys are. I just want to be able to have fast clears. Let me go with the wolf. Among the most prestigious monster keepers, there are 4 prominent old bloodlines tied to the Monster Sanctuary's history. Each of those bloodlines is aided by a spectral familiar. So much like Pokemon, you're going to have a rival, only you're going to have 3 rivals, but they end up helping you frequently. Those familiars are ageless protectors of their family, passed on from one keeper to the next. MBN is just starting out to become a monster keeper like his ancestors before him. Looking swole. As with all starting monster keepers, his journey begins on the Keeper's Trail. His bloodline familiar bears the form of a spectral wolf. Name your familiar. Obviously, ghost, wolf. No. Don't mind Game of Thrones fans. I know he doesn't have the right color, but we can change that later. Spoilers. Monsters are wild things. The only reason I'm helping you is the bloodline I share with your family. Bond I share with your family. Most monsters are less inclined than me to help you. This is why you must always raise your own monsters. They will grow alongside you, just as I will, and they will fight for you. The best way to gain a monster's loyalty is to hatch it from an egg. Of course, you will have to fight to get those monster eggs. Look at the blob over there. Initiate a fight by contact. We shall see if you live up to your ancestors. So of course this kind of glorifies animal slave cage fighting, which is terrible, but you know, so it's okay. So we've got, obviously we've got one monster, so we have to choose him. Let's start this combat against the blue rube. Got 3 abilities, and you'll notice here you can see at the bottom the descriptions. Go back to my text. And you can see we have claws, ice hail, and air sickle, which have different elements. This is normal attack, it's a water element, and then a electro element. So we're going to select the blob. You'll see he's weak to electro, so we're more likely to do the most damage with this air sickle. And you can also see he'll have a shaded segment of his health bar, where we have very little damage done with this because he resists water. He's going to take the most damage from this air sickle. The big departure from Pokemon is you'll notice there was we had a combo of 4. So in the upper left-hand corner, which I'm covering up right now, there we go. In the upper left-hand corner, there's a combo counter, and that will increase as we deal damage in successive hits. So we can have up to 3 monsters fighting at the same time, and the combo will increase throughout the monster. So part of the strategy is not just picking the right type, like Pokemon, but also thinking about how you're going to sequence your actions to get the highest combo multiplier, since it increases. I have animations sped up, default animations at half the speed that I have right now. This is also kind of a departure from Pokemon games. You'll have a efficiency rating here. Let me minimize my screen a little bit. I think probably the upper left is going to be the best, upper right, best place for this. It's going to be weird if I look at that screen. But yeah, so depending on how well you do in the battle, you'll get a rating showing you your efficiency from whether you use super effective moves or you retained your health or how quickly you defeated them. You can get up to 5 or even 6 stars in special cases, and that'll influence your chance of getting good rare loot. In this case, I think it's a guaranteed drop that we'll get that egg, but eggs are a rare loot. So we got the rare blob egg and a small potion, as well as some gold, which is pretty relevant in this game. Got some XP. There you go. You received the blob egg. Now you need to hatch it. Open the inventory and try to hatch it. God, I wish you could fail. Smash it. Make some blob scrambled egg. Hatched blob. Alright. God dang it, blobby. Alright, so now we have 2 Pikmins. They're obviously not Pikmins, they are monsters from the Monster Sanctuary. But we can look at their skills, and this is a rather detailed skill tree. I'm a big fan. Unlike Pokemon, where you just get 4 moves, you can have several moves unlocked through going through the different skill trees. So I actually don't mind the blob. It's a pretty decent monster, though the heals are not great in the later stages because it doesn't cleanse as it heals, which is important. Now this passive ability will let me do that, but let's just say for now, this is a bad attack. You can kind of look at its stats at the top. It has very little attack, okay magic, a good amount of hit points, and a good amount of MP, so he's more of a caster. Whereas our main boy is pretty good at attacking and magic, also has good HP and a good amount of mana. Is not very good at blocking, but that's okay, because we're looking for quick clears. It's your first monster you have by yourself. Right now it is weak, so you need to train it. There's much more for you to learn too. You and that blob are quite alike. I'm also very weak and incompetent and don't know much yet. Let's continue on the Keeper's Trail. It will lead us to Old Boron, an old friend of mine. It's a patient teacher to all young keepers who seek guidance. I advise you to listen to him very carefully. And much like me, I will be easily replaced once a superior monster is done. Okay, so now we have 2 monsters. You notice you get the little preview of what my monsters are weak to, what theirs are weak to. So if we had a full party of 6, we might choose different monsters based on their strengths and weaknesses. But we'll go ahead and start combat because these guys are pushovers. So here's where the order comes into play. You'll notice I can, I'm using a Logitech, almost like a PS2 controller. But you can, with the left-right triggers here, or God, I have not even done this, left and right keys on the keyboard, you can select which monster, or sorry, it's M. Nope, I don't know. I use keyboards, savage. But yeah, the controller, you can select which monster is going to attack first. This is important because my blob's pretty bad. So we'll attack with the blob, and you see we won't do much damage. But importantly, our combo meter is now at 4, and we are doing 120%. So our air sickle will actually do more than we would use the air sickle by itself first. So order is important. Ideal world, we could probably crit once and take this guy out so we won't have to burn our decent attack on him. We do not have any AoEs, so we can't hit both. I'm going to do the conservative attack so we can finish off the first guy. Still got a 3 stars out of 5. Healthiness, I took a little bit of damage, so there's no passive healing on my team yet. Execution, I did not use super effective attacks because my Blorb is weak to their Blorbs, even though my Wolfie Boy is super effective. So 40% chance at rare loot, and I didn't get it. Got a pittance of gold and a pittance of potion, but got some XP. Based on the effectiveness of your combat strategy, you get a rating from 1 to 5 stars. Never gotten a 1, thankfully. Earning higher ratings increases your chances of getting better drop, like rare monster eggs. You probably have to intentionally go in with some monsters that were not super. Oh, God. Sorry, you get a double jump later in the game, and I am not used to not having the double jump. Ineffective. Young Keeper. 'Tis the Keeper Trail's beginning, for all of man, beast, and sanctuary has begun. How deep? Yeah, this kind of controls and looks like Terraria. I really like this one. Big fan. Alright, so we got some new Pikemans. We got some new Moon Stars. And we are weak to fire and water. Of course, we only have basic attacks from our Blorb. And then the water attacks we can use on our Ghost to hit the magma pillars. So let's warm up on this Rocky, which actually is a big fan. And then we'll use our super effective attack on this sluggy boy. Notice they have little buffs above them now, so they increase their defense. And we can look at the buffs they have. A passive buff receives 20% less damage, so from both special and normal attacks. Fire on this boy. And I don't have anything that's super effective, so it looks like both the claws and the air sickle are neutral. But we can see the percentages done by the attacks at the bottom here. So we have 200% damage, 2 hits, 4 hits. So this would be better for combos, but we're finishing our combo, so I'm just going to use the claws since it seems like it's going to do the most damage. Now, because I'm probably going to kill him this turn, I have a couple of options. I could heal my Wolfie Boy and have more health overall, or I could just attack with my Wolfie Boy and finish him. But the rounds that we take in combat are actually fractional. The fractions count, so if we finish in like 1.5 rounds, that's different than 2 rounds. So we're just going to take the more finish them off right now. So we finished in 3.5 turns. Did we get a 4 star? Nope. So 40% chance of the rare drop. Hey, we got the magma pillar egg, so we do have another egg. It's not the egg I wanted. These were not the droids you were looking for. So monsters gain experience in combat, they will increase in level. This allows them to gain new skills, best part of the game. You should take a look at the skill tree menu. I've already looked, but I'll look again for the sake of the YouTubes. First, let's go ahead and hatch this board. Got a magma pillar, and as you might imagine, we can evolve this later into a magma butterfly. But we notice we have skill points on these boys, since they are both level 2. Blobby, gosh darn it, Blobby! You are the unloved child here. So this is a water monster, so you can see he has weakness towards earth and effectiveness or a resistance towards electricity. So getting electricity is not going to be super effective against electric. I probably want to focus on my stronger suits. Ice Hail or Claws is an option. But this Lifesteal is also really nice because it's a passive ability. You can see this is passive down here versus a active ability that you use once. There's also a buff, which I don't mind buffs either, but I think the Lifesteal is going to help us get more efficiency out of our battles. We could also go for just a passive attack +1. So that'll bump our attack rating up here, up to the 6th pip, and it'll make us do more damage overall. That would obviously affect all of the abilities that use physical damage, but you'll notice that these two use magical damage. So it would only affect my claws and my air sickle. So for now, I'm just going to go with the coward play and get Lifesteal for that sweet, sweet sustain. On the Magma Pillar, I don't plan on using him forever, so let's just get more combolicious. Barrier to the whole party, regeneration to a random monster. How about this Empower? All monsters in the party deal 5% more damage. So I could either bump up his individual damage by going up from 165 to 200% modifier, or I could bump up everyone's damage. I don't plan on using this forever, so let's just get the one that helps everyone. Be a bro, Magma Pillar. And you can notice on the mini-map, which I'm, again, covering up because I'm me. Whoa! So there's a mini-map. Maybe this is best. We'll see. We'll keep moving it around. On the mini-map, we can see at the top there's this unexplored area. So you actually, if you hit the right bumper out of combat, I can't bring up skills yet, but each of your, oh yeah, there we go. Each of the monsters you get has a skill that you can use outside of battle. So, for example, my fire! Fire! My Blobby Boy can blow bubbles because he's as ineffective outside of combat as he is inside of combat. And then my Wolfie Boy can which also breaks hidden walls and cuts through vines. So hidden walls are something we could find. So it could be like a hidden wall is a hidden wall. But most hidden walls are kind of a telltale sign, almost like a Zelda. But there are monsters that let us fly. And if we could fly up there, we might see some cool secrets, treasures in the upper right of this map. But let's just keep moving on for now. I'm going to keep my hidden wall and just compulsively back to the wall since APing is APing. Treasure. Cestus. So this is an equipment. You'll notice this is a weapon. So Pikemans could equip one item, I believe a held item that they could use passively or actively, or as a trigger, kind of like if they got poison or whatever in combat. This has a pretty in-depth equipment system. So let's go into the equipment system, and this is our best boy. He has a wooden stick right now. Who's a good boy? Who got this stick? He got the stick. And you can see it's got stats down here, 25, 25 for attack and magic. This one is a strict improvement to both of those, from 25 to 30, and a bonus to defense. You can also see how it affects your stats. So let's make sure, okay, both of them have wooden sticks, so I don't need to move his wooden stick to one of the other boys. Now, wooden stick's pretty standard equipment for monsters. Okay, so he's probably going to tell me about hidden walls, since look at that wall, it looks slightly different. Hey, fellow keeper. Do you know that every single one of your monsters possesses a special ability? It's almost like I just explained that. Some can be used to get rid of certain obstacles. Also, you might encounter some destructible walls like the one behind me. You don't say. Go on and try and hit it with some of your monster's abilities. Use monster ability. Yep, figure that out. Here's your vital ring, which gives a health bump. I don't know that we really need health, but you're still my best boy, so I'm going to put you on that health. Hey friend, you're just starting as a monster keeper, right? Did you find some equipment for your monsters already? You can make your monsters stronger by equipping them. Oh, really? Oh, fail. Platforming so hard. Treasure. Kunai. Mana regeneration plus 12. That is better than defense, because I am looking for clear speed. So let's put the kunai on it. Oh, but I lose. No, just defense. I don't care about that. Blobby. I guess Magma Pillar is a better support right now, so let's give you just Cestus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Whatever it is. Hey, yeah, I need a flying burb. I need a burb man to get over there. A burb man shall appear. Come here, burb. I need you. So weak to grass, weak to electric. Let's use on using on the blobby boys. On the other boys, so our super effective attack. Now you'll notice my combo is at 7. Such a good combo, dealing more than half damage. Meow. Oh man, a couple more crits and we could have one-shot it. We also apply the burn, and the burn might eventually. I don't remember what percentage that does each combat, but we can press the triangle. Monster receives damage based on its own attack or magic value, whichever is higher at the start of each turn. So I'm going to plan on Burby Boy killing himself. And let's leave him alone and bother the blobs. This blob, let's burn this blob, and then let's see if we can get a couple crits. And now, if you still die on his own turn, you still do not have that kind of against us. So we finish in 2 turns, and boom, first 4-star. Poggers. So now our rare loot chance is 60%. We might get that burb egg. Blob egg. Good. I don't want a second blob. So there is a use for duplicates. They don't enhance your current monsters like a gacha game or anything, but we can use that blob egg later. Let's go ahead and give him some more skills, some more Greel skills. So this would help my combo counter since it goes from 4 hits to 5 hits. So that'll bump up those jams. The other thing I do is magic proc. Every attack triggers an additional hit, so that would bump it from 4 to 5 or 4 to 5. But if I get both of these, I can get 6 hits in. Yeah, let's just use you for your combo potential. Combo breaker. Monsters do respawn in this, but I believe you have to be in a certain number of battles before they do, so I'd like to go back and get a Rocky Boy. However, I don't think he'll ever respawn yet. Man prospered through generations, founded cities and nations, connected by dirt and wheel, and later by steam and steel. So this is a fantasy setting. There's steam power. Bracelets, defense and mana regen. Well, I don't care about the defense, but I sure would like mana regen. So the abilities, the skills of each of your team members do use a certain number of NPCs. So let's see, we can see the mana in the lower right hand corner. Mana 50, mana 60, mana 50, mana 45, and I can see up here how much. I have a 94 up here. I don't know if I can see stats. There we go. Stats. We have mana regen 71, total mana 94. So as long as our regen is better than how much we're using, we will always have mana to use our abilities. So the stronger abilities you get, the more you're going to need mana regen to be able to use those abilities. I'm just checking every wall for treasure and jumping past the treasure out in the Gauntlet, defense and crit chance. Alright, what do we got here? Mana regen. So, Gauntlet's sweet. So Gauntlet's an accessory. Crit chance is good. That means more damage. We'll take it. Crit builds are a valuable build in this game. Let's see. Right, Keeper Stronghold. Left, Keeper's Trail. I think we're supposed to go Keeper's Trail, but let's go down first and look for treasure. Copper. Don't take me alive. So copper is something you can use to enhance your equipment. So these all can get +1, +2, +3, +4, +5s, just like D&D style. You get enhanced items or enchanted items. They do better. They do more good stuff. Ooh, bird. Go explore up to treasure. Alright, so these are weak to grass and resist lightning. Because they had to be different from Pokemon, I guess. Alright, so let's before I was hitting for 4 hits on my blob, now I hit for 5 hits, so my combo damage is a little bit higher now. You'll notice I've got to cack that first guy, but let's go ahead and cack that third boy, because in case we hit crit, we could have one-shot him. So he actually burned death on his own. He burned death on his next turn. So let's go ahead and focus on might get lucky with a burn. And we should finish off this guy. Burns. Oh. Now, the final attack could either be from my Magma Boy or my Spirit Boy, my Wolfie Boy. And the more damage you do with your finishing blow, the higher multiplier you get when you finish the battle. So I'd actually rather use my Wolf here since he does more damage. 2.6 turns, so this might be a 4-star, and it was. So we got the Burb Egg. Alright. Immediately hatch my Burb. I kept calling him Burb, so let's call him Big Burb. I have no idea what his skills are and whether he'll be good in combat, but I know I need has flying. Burb has flying. At least should have flying. Would be disappointed if did not have flying. Let's take a peek at his skills. 4 and 5 attack, so that's a better combo enabler. Attack plus, and this is a physical damage based move, so that's good. Increases, it's good buff. So might deals more damage and makes right. So just more damage. More damage buff is good. Electro damage, and these could be either physical or magical. Probably just physical. Just focus on that. Do one thing good rather than 2 things mediocre. So it looks like you got some decent passives here. Dodging and evasion, some more defensive abilities. Deals damage to Swole Boys. But I think I'm just going to stick with the more damages, or more hits and more damages. So that way I can increase that combo. And I'm going to swap my team around. I'm going to move my Burb here, because he probably is going to deal more damage this Magma Pillar. So let's get him to assess this. So that way we're building up our combo, dealing big damage, that big damage. More story. Man knew of those who wait in the woods and caverns beyond, yet the treasures within he longed. Longed for the treasures within. Okay. For the Greed of Kings was great. Alright, let's get that Burb. Hey Burb, can you fly? Burb can fly. So, slightly better exploration, and more importantly, can get the treasure. Oh, my OCD wants to go back and get that treasure from earlier, but I'm not about that life. You guys don't need to see that. You guy or gal don't need to see that. Ooh, Rocky. Hey, that's the monster I said I wanted from earlier. So this Rocky boy in the middle of their team, who is vulnerable to fire, which I've conveniently taken off my team. He's a really good Monstar. Let's actually swap out Blobby, since he doesn't do... Oh, he does do water. So let's swap out our... Oh, sorry. Let's use Magma Pillar, Burb, and Ghost as our monsters this time, since our fire is super effective on this Rocky boy. And our water is super effective on these guys. So let's hit on combo jams. I should have actually had the Burb attack first. And then we got a good enough combo damage bump that we can probably finish him off. Duplicate that exactly. Kill this guy with the burn. Oh, we can't get 2 stacks of burning. Tartar sauce. Well, if I had been SMRT and would have beating, then I could have done good, but I didn't do good. No big brain today. There's so much. Even if I get a really drop of it, I'm only getting a 1 in 3 chance of actually getting that. I did get the 4 stars. Rocky egg. Yeah. Give me that Rocky boy. Alright. A Rocky. Alright. I'm going to call my Rocky Adrian, because that's hilarious. That's the reference to the movie Rocky, which you may not have seen. Anyhow. This is a really good boy because you'll notice as he gets higher in his healing tree, his mass restore, so his AoE heal as well as his targeted heal, remove debuffs. So if we look at Blobby's healing tree, his mass heal and his healing, his individual target healing, do not remove debuffs. So this is a significantly better cleanser than the other healers in the game. And also he has some decent passives, so he can remove 4 stacks plus another 4 or 2 when he's AoE or single target healing. So big fan of this guy. So you can heal, when you heal, you also heal again the lowest value, lowest health Monstar. So let's take a restore, forge the single heal, and then rather than get the level 2 restore, I'm actually going to take this defensive healing so I can heal one monster and also heal my weakest. Alright, and we just want to crack harder with our good boy. Recover mana when healed. What's this tree look like? Attack magic by a tiny bit, crit damage, some buffs, unique age stacks. Age stacks are really good. So age stacks give you stacking, damage reduction, and mana regen. So that's actually a really good tree. I'm going to keep going with the air sickle tree since that's going to have a really good passive. But notice I have to be level 20 to access these, level 10 to access these, so I'm going to be derping around in the level 1 through 9 skills for foil now. Anyhow, a rather long explanation. Let's see, more fire. What the passives do we have? Kindle. I like burning, but let's just get the additional combo multiplier and damage multiplier on this one. Shield when an enemy receives burn. It's not bad, but let's get the damage right now. Shield's more defensive, so I'm going to put my Rocky actually in the front, since you'll actually, let's put the Burb in the, no, he has a better combo supplier. So the order in which you have your Monstars can matter because it's generally the order that they'll be attacked. So you want your defensive thick boys in the front and your damaging boys in the back, because lazy, and you want your damaging boys to get that big peepee damage off the combo multiplier. So I'm going to move my face over to mini-map zone again because YOLO swag. And let's take a look at this team. Forget if he has a good combo multiplier. 3, 3, so no. So we actually want our Burb out front, which is the worst because he's my least thick boy, but lazy and don't want to tab around all the time when I'm in combat. Oh, and the rock, which is, Rocky puts out a rock. Who would thunk it? Azure. Orb, which is good for casters. Morning Star, which is good for attackers. So we have those. Let's go ahead and suit up our boy. he is generally a caster and wants mana regen. And he is, let's see, what do you got? Kunai. I would like him to do more damage, so I'm actually going to put the Morningstar on him, since 40 is more than 30, even though he gets no magic bump from that. Min-maxing. Alright, mana regen, I'm not too worried about that, you're using pretty basic attacks, so the defense is actually better for him since he's out front. No equipment wasted on them, since I usually won't be using them, so grind for XP. So correct combo plays would be most hits first, so this deals 5 hits. Let's see, you get a fire and a lightning, so we'll hit the fire boy. Put a fire boy in my team right now. W. That was actually a punt on my part, since fire boy does more damage, and the first 6 monsters in your team all get shot when you win a battle. But the other 3 on the bench as well. So let's keep this boy. And I can't quite kill you. My lucky first, since he has really low attack values. Lucky character. Healing is quite bad. So the battle take longer. So in a perfect world, I would be combo punching first. But we're out of mana. But, sure, just piddly damage. And then water beating. Oh, not one crit. Couldn't just get one crit, but. And I can't quite finish the job. Oh, couldn't get the crit there either. Come on. Crit. There we go. That was super sloppy. Only 3 stars and no eggs, so I'm glad I got the rocky egg. Speaking of past me making mistakes, let's go ahead and swap out my Magnifier there. And any better equipment? Yeah, you can get an extra 5 attack. So I'll probably be using this Rocky Boy on bosses more. I don't know that I'm ever going to be using this guy again, since I now have a Superior Healer. Armor Break could be useful, just combo potential. More attacks. That's better for combo. Man plunged into deepest abyss, forged, attacked and slew. These endeavors were without solace. The cost on humanity nobody knew. I probably should be trying to rhyme these for future me to edit, but not about that life. Anyhow, there's a narrative going on there. Ooh, I saw treasure down low. I'll come back. I gotta get that treasure. Ooh, there's vines there. There could be more treasure. Flash those vines. It's a cat circer. So cat circers are weak to grass. Adrian has some grass attacks, but he's pretty weak. Let's get it on, like Donkey Kong. Alright, I'm actually going to buff my guys first. So Might deals more damage with physical, and all my guys are doing physical damage. Magical damage. Punt. Because this battle might last a while, it's probably better to get that buff out and do more damage. Force the battle, then one extra. So then we'll throw out that first Kitana. Hopefully we can combo down the second Kitana. The burn for finishing. Alright, and then let's just him. Beat him for the combo, and then can we claws him down? Nope. Alright. Finish him with claws. Get the 4-star? Yeah, I got the 4-star. Cat circer? No cat circer egg. Sad. I mean, just the name cat circer is probably good enough for you to realize you should be playing cat circer. Got another skill. Burb. Do we get any more passive damage? There's a tree over here that gets an extra attack proc. So yeah, let's get some more physical damage, which is what we're already focused in. Some more electro, and we can later learn this passive. Multiplier. Treasure. Walnut. Okay, so this is a consumable. This is, I guess, like a, God, what were those called? Like protein in the original Pokemans? There's these usable consumable items that permanently increase your stats. So you feed these consumables, and I have 2 of these because I wasn't paying attention earlier. You can feed these to a Pokemon, and they'll get recent meals. To a monster, and they'll get recent meals. Defense is pretty boring, but if I'm going to be using this guy on bosses, I probably want some passive stats. Now you'll notice he has a +16 defense permanently. So nice job, Lobby. You are a thicker boy. which is important because he's not that one. That one. He is a thicker boy. You can see how much how swole he is in the defensive region now, and that's good for fighting bosses. But the foods can only be stacked 3 deep. Once you stack your 3rd food, you just use the most recent 3 foods. So you can't just stack them ad nauseum and get swole out the kazoo. The wazoo? No, the kazoo. Whoa, Tracy. Ugh. Ugh. They're upgraded. Hey, fellow keeper, did you know that you can change which of your monsters is following you? Oh, really? This allows you to use different monster abilities while exploring. I had no idea. Okay, this is important. It's a war point. Save stone, kind of. Hello, young monster keeper. You're first on the monster trail. Is it? It's a teleport stone. You can use it to quickly travel to other teleports you find. Me? I'm just a treasure hunter. Make a business selling the things I find here and there. Want to buy something? I suppose, and if you got some damaged food. Damaged food? Damaged food? Damaged food? Nope. These aren't bad, but we'll find more things like that later. Now we're going to... Ugh. Jump so weak. Need those ups. Okay. Alright, cut that out in post. Crit damage plus 20. Yes, please. Right, this is just health, so let's get that crit damage. Put some health on this boy since he's up front. And I think there was treasure in the last one that I thought about going back for. I don't remember. Cartridge bar members. Nope. Okay. So, oh, it was way back. Way back in the Wayback Machine. Let's go left. Right first. I don't know. More Rockies. Weak to fire. We have a fire boy with us. So I'm actually going to use my wolf second. Let's get some combo potential up here since this hits 4 times. And that way my combo will be charged up for my ignite, which is super effective on this guy. Open on this first one. Should be able to take him down with some basic hits. Passive damage. Oh, geez, that last attack. Didn't save the 23. Not that I really need to. Potato. Health. Sure, I will use the health bump on someone I have no strong feelings about. Here, you up front. Get that health bump. More importantly, skill points. Let's see. Buff. Kindle. Probably work towards that passive. That Kindle more burn. Because more burning. Chill. It's pretty overwhelming. Passive attack bump. That bumps my attack from 75 to 82. More damage. Alright, what can you give me? More heals. And starts removing more debuffs. There's a channel buff which helps. There's a channel buff which helps with mana consumption. So if you don't have boys with a bunch of mana, yeah, let's just stick with the heal for now. And then Blobby Boy. I guess that acid rain. I think I talked about that. Yeah, sure, acid rain. Probably won't use you again. Oh, secret treasure. Skill resetter. Oh, this is baller. Alright, so skill resetters are super important if you have a monster that starts with, there we go, resets the skill tree of a monster. So if you have a monster that starts with some skills that you don't want, like, I'm probably not moving down this tree for a while, because this is all magical damage, and I'm going to be focused in physical damage. So like I literally already took off the magic damage for my weapon, so I might respec out of this and use that skill point in, say, this passive, or the next level of claws. So that way, once I hit level 10, I have more skill points to spend on parts of the tree that I'll actually use. Since I think even this passive is better than this Ice Hail, which I will rarely use. But especially if you have some monsters that are spec'd into things that you really don't want, like this guy's 2 attacks here, rather than just focusing on passives. Like I don't need you to have more attack. That's not useful. You're a magic user. So I'd probably go into this tree. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. These are actually relatively common, which is nice because you don't feel so bad about spending stuff on. You don't need to AP and worry about it. So let's go ahead and just spec you into magic stuff. Do magic stuff. So now we get that buff and this weakness, because the weakness helps save your team from damage. But importantly, look at that. Look at that. We can now cleanse, we can hurt them, and get the buffs off your enemies. So, significant boost for Adrian. Adrian! Ooh, crit chance and mana. So I'm probably going to be building him at least in the beginning of the game, crit damage build. So now I've got the 20% crit chance and the 20% crit damage. And we have something I just pulled off that I don't remember what it was. Defense. You're up front, take it. Okay, so that's a good path. Just trade you. Just trade you. Fuck you. Switch to bird mid-flight, and can't use the bird mid-flight if you switch to it. It's probably to prevent you from spamming birds. Oh. Mountain path key required. What is this nonsense? Ugh, Belgium. Alright, so I probably need to go see that old wise man, which is what I was supposed to do in the first place, but treasure. More XPZs on the way home. Also find that place where I was looking to scout some more treasure, more possible treasure. Don't need any of these boys. I'm going to go ahead and use my might buff. Probably should have changed the swag. And I will use this ice hail since it's super effective. 2 super effective pets and a combo breaker. Kill him, burninate this guy, and nothing super effective, so just start working. So I'm just going to skip my bird. Oh no, I'm not. I gotta finish him. I will do it, attacking him and waiting for the burn. I'll use that last turn of the turn. Helmet, there we go. So we got a rare drop that isn't just egg. This is an accessory that gives extra attack. So that's probably better on my attacker here, the big bird, than one of these defensive items. So let's get rid of just the pure health, put the helmet on since that does give defense anyway, and I guess you can have some health. I'm not paying too much attention to weakness right now because it's not a big deal. Also, importantly, when you use a buff, that does also help your combo. So buffs aren't just useless in that they do build combo. Nothing is super effective. I could buff some more, but I don't really care. Do more damage. These are not weak to lightning because of course they aren't. They're birds. Yeah, okay. Great one shot. Alright, build the combo. There's one shot. One shot? No. I like building for DPS when I'm in the overworld. Ooh, 2 rare things. And a walnut. I like building for DPS in the overworld because you're just trying to grind through enemies, get that XPZ, and then having some units that are built for extra hits. Extra hits is good. Units that are built for more sustain, like this boy is just supporting. He is giving weakness to your opponents, he's cleansing you, and he's giving you buffs. So he wouldn't be doing much damage if he was in my main lineup, but he's good for bosses since he can give me that sustain I need to be able to endure a longer fight. I was going to go down here and look for more treasure, because I think I might... Nope, can't reach that. Can't reach that ledge. Yeah, nope. So that's for later, once I have double jump. Double jump. Double jump. What? We should continue on the Keeper's Trail first and visit Old Baran. I must have missed something because I'm a big dumb. Sorry about that. I guess we grind for a little bit longer. Cut that out in editing. I might. It depends all on future Eric and how good his brain works. Hopefully better than mine right now. Herb is usually what I keep out for just practice driving. Very useful for navigating the environment. that buff up. Super effective on these boys and these boys. Of course, maybe the burp can finish him. Burp. Five-star. First 5-star. And another blob egg. Good. Good. That's good. Good rare drop for my first 5-star. I'll keep that with my other blob eggs. Gosh dang it, blob egg. Down to the left. I don't just pretend to. Teacher, I just play one on TV. Play one on YouTube. Oh, I can go down here. Derp. Yeah, I just saw the cat circers and I got excited. Speaking of cat circers, I now have higher level boys, so I might be able to get more stars and get a cat circer of my own. Yeah, sure. Let's say that that's our best attacker right now, other than claws. Best. Rather than our they are juice. The best attacker we have is this burb, followed by the magma color. Though I'm still happy I got the could have crit and the burn. Okay, big like 80 damage is not big PP damage. Later in the game I was like critting for speaking of big PP damage, I was critting for like 5 to 10 damage. But that was level 40. Alright, what can we get you? More of this. Glory is pretty good. Crit chance and crit damage, so that's probably going to be the next skill I take, but more damage right now. Future me can worry about the more damage later. Let's take the cleanse first rather than the more damage, since I think the cleanse is more important. He's a supporter and a damager. Sure, I guess the... I don't think you get 2 stacks of burn. I think burn is limited to 1 stack unless you get a passive for that. Doesn't matter. We probably won't be using him much longer. Blobby. I don't know. Blobby. Whatever. Did I get a cat circer? I didn't get a cat circer egg. That's what I wanted. I wanted the cat circer egg. That's all I was hoping for the good clear. Sorry, when I get treasure, when I get levels, I forget about things that I should know about than those. I probably could have switched out the fire guy, but lazy. We do have my candle, that's fine. Just one down thing. I guess one in splash on this one. Yeah, the mic is one to 2 stat everything. Not a thing. I also forgot, that's what I was excited about. I could put that quick damage food on my board. My wolfie boy. Let's do that now. Inventory, consumable, crit damage on my wolfie boy. Oh, do I have more of these? No. Walnuts, let's put that on my defensive boy. Can I get over there? I bet there's something up there. Whenever you see like a ledge auspiciously over in the distance like that, you're like, I want it. I want it. You want this cake? I want it. You want this cake? I want it. Want that cake. Can't get that cake. Come on. Might need a pixel perfect jump, might just need a better burb. Whatever. Later. Future Eric's problem. Crit rain, crit chance. Do I already have that on here? No, I don't. Crit chance. I guess I don't need defense on that. Mono crit aggro. Defense. Mana. Gauntlet. Have a thing. But that's, you know what, you're not even worth the diamonds. Put it on you. It doesn't actually deal any more damage. Speaking of, you don't need this. Just remove. There we go. Someday I will use you. You are just bad because there's a cat circer. So you're saying there's a chance. Might. This boy's do have super effective. beating. Just narrowly didn't get him. And if I could just pass the turn. 1/3 of the turn back. Okay. 5 stars though. Can we get a cat circle? Cat circle egg. I mean, just the name. Just the name is worth. More attack. Or more buff. Sorcery. Not using a lot of magical skills. Sidekick deals extra damage, but more damage right now for lazy grinding. Speaking of lazy grinding, cat circle. Alright, one person watching, what should I name this cat circle? Name my last one after my first cat. It's a famous cat. Felix? Okay, cat circle. Check it out. Crit damage passive, crit damage passive, crit damage passive. And then this tree is actually really good. So when attacking, also heal the monster with the lowest health in the party by 200%. When attacking, heal the monster, the lowest health. Healing skills are increased by 20, and he has lifesteal. So this is actually a really good healer. And then you get buffs when hitting crits. So this is one of my favorite DPSs. So let's get crit chance. This is physical, physical, physical. Just all physical, all the time. Probably eventually getting that, but let's just stick with the claws for now, because the claws lead to an AoE later. This is also an AoE bleed, but this also gives bleed. So let's stick with this tree for now, and I guess increase crit chance. More equipment. Kunai's mana. No great equipment for him. It's fine. But we bought him from like team. So get in there. What do we have? I guess that's slightly better than a wooden stick. So take this Estus, or Kunai. I got no equipment for crit chance. Oh, this has crit chance. So let's unequip that from you. Ooh, and the attack from you. Get all the damage to the cat circle in Ghost. Because as you can see, Cat Circle has 89 attacks, so he's actually my highest attack right now, and is not very thick. He does not have great defensive values, but I like my glass cannons in the front line. They do work, just grinding. Ooh. But then came the 4, free from greed or any other sin, who listened to the voice within, stuck a wound to the realm's core. I could compile this into a story later, but I won't right now, because I don't remember them. But yeah, this is talking about the fall of the humans and how the world's terrible, and the guardian's own place, thing, person is good, and the 4 guardians are important because they're good. Good is good. It's good to be good. It's good to be bad. It's great to be a crook. Treasure. It's nice to be a villain like you read about in books. It's swell to be nasty. It's keen to be so mean. Ooh, Yetis. Anything, guys, Tim. Big fan of the Yetis. Buff. Okay, the bird, I took all his damage equipment off, so I'm just going to rely on these guys for the damage. So, I mean, Cat Circle, you can see there's 2 kind of levels. There's this guaranteed damage as long as we hit, and then there's this possible crit damage. So we might kill this one. 0 crits. Good. Okay. Definitely kill. We might kill. Super duper. Let's go to save play. Pick up the combo. Put the down. And do some. I should have used the burst for the combo potential though, because now I don't have the combo for that. So I need to quit. There you go, better lucky than good, I always say. Okay, a coat. Crit chance, I'll take it. And a rare material for upgrades. Defense. Alright, got a cat and a coat with a helmet and a gauntlet. This is a well-dressed cat. Fancy feast, if you would. Alright, mana regeneration, good. And potion. Put the mana regen on this boy, since parallax scrolling in the background. If you guys see the backgrounds moving at different rates, it kind of gives you that depth of field. A lot of nice touches to the pixel art in this game. They could have gone a lot cheaper, and probably you would have never noticed, but cartridge fart works. Defense, the ribbon, health and mana. From this wound, rivers flowed and mountains grew mighty and cold. 'Tis the only place for any creature that lives in peace with its nature. So I was saying earlier at the merchant. Oh, okay, this is another one of those things where you guys can't see my mini map, but there might be stuff in there. Oh, there is stuff up there, but I can't get to it. All right, I would like one of these Yowies, these Yetis. These are thick boys. They're very good for like defensive boss battles as well. I usually, in my last playthrough, played Rocky, which is the defensive boy over here that cleanses, along with a Yowie in the front for that thick booty, and then a DPS as my last enemy to actually work on the boss, but the others kept me alive. But I probably don't want to do the same thing, because that's boring. Let's buff up again, because these Yowies are thick. Crit. Oh, this is going to take him down. We'll try to get 4 attacks across these two. Which means does more hits. Same number of hits. Same damage. So, could get through? Did not. First boy and a flash on the second boy. Oh! No Yowie for me. I said it. Yeah, Yowie. Some of y'all know. Oh! We got the Yowie and another crit equipment. Okay. I will hatch the Yowie, but I'm not going to use him because he's boring. But let me show you why I like this thick boy. One, he's the thickest boy. He's kind of swollen. He's got some swollen to him too. So check out his skills. So this skill tree is terrible. I would respec him into this one, which is really good for just lots of attacks to build your combo. So 8 attacks up here, and then I think there's a few passives up here. Yeah. So you get 2 extra free passive health procs, so extra attacks on every hit. So you get a total of 10 hits right there to start off combos. But you can see he's a very thick boy. He's got 786 health, and he has no gear on him right now. So we could easily get him over 1,000. But this skill right here, heal all monsters in the party by 4% of this monster's max health at the start of every turn. That is some good passive utility. We got over here, recover 10% of his own health at the start of every turn. Healing skills apply a shield, 20% of the amount. So he's like just buffing, giving shields, healing himself and all his buddies, and that's just without even using skills. And then this is a good skill for building combo. So big fan of Yowie. If you're playing this game and you want a thick boy, or you just like Yetis, or you want to hang out with my boy Yowie, he is endgame viable. Love this guy, but also very slow and boring, so not going to use him. Okay, I'm going to put him in for a while, because Blobby is terrible. Oh yeah, and Taunt. So he takes hits for allies sometimes. So let's get Taunt, extra damage, and start the buff train so we can get that supply afterwards. Yeah, Blobby is almost strictly worse than Adrian, so gosh darn it, Blobby. We get to stop making hand kill jokes. Hey, here's a boy. Let's quickly put some stuff on this. Health, defense, sure, whatever, defense. No reason, just no reason. Oh, this is an old friend of mine. Hey, if you're just joining me, we're playing Monster Sanctuary. This is a Pokemon meets, can't remember what that's called. Not Minecraft, but the other game like that. Brain no work so good. Anyhow, I think it's got a lot more in-depth battle system than. Oh, hey, it's Malachi. Hey, Malachi, how you doing? A lot more in-depth battle system than Pokemon, and it's 3-on-3 at the same time. Anyhow, let's see that right now. Brought you a new student. He just hatched his first monsters. I thought you might teach you some lessons. So you're the new Spectral Keeper, huh? Don't call me old. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be narrating. I'm not changing my voice. He's an old boy. He's going to be your boy throughout the game. He's just that old wise man. He's just the wandering trope. He's going to tell me some stuff. But first, let's battle. That's why I just changed my party up. Okay, so he's got 3 blobs. He's going to tell you about like, hey, you should use a monster that's super effective against the other monsters. Do you have monsters with electric attack? Because they're good against these blobs. You shouldn't use the water monsters. I know. It's cool. I can see you've got 3 of the same monster. This is not a puzzle. Their level is much higher. It's the same as most of mine. But thank you for reiterating what they're weak to. We've learned that mechanic. But yeah, so both Big Bird, Felix, and Ghost have wind attacks. I don't think I've learned the one for Felix yet, but Yellow Spike, let's get it rolling. So let's buff up since this is a little bit longer fight since they can heal. Look at the top right corner of the screen. That's a combo counter where my face is. What? Oh, because the combo counter moves from left to right. Okay, there. Hopefully my face is not covered anymore. Every action you do, bro, old Baran, where have you been? We've already been taught this by all the wandering NPCs. So conveniently exposition to me. I'm good, Malachi. We're actually looking at another house today. We went and saw a great house, but had asbestos recently removed, and the radon levels were more than twice the safe levels. So we were not buying a house that's full of radiation. I mean, you miss every shot you don't take, because radiation can either give you superpowers or kill you from lung cancer. So it's like a free spider bite. Anyhow, yeah, we know how this works. Combo good. Do more damage. Do big pee-pee damage. So, oh, it's not even letting me use my bird. So normally you could pick the bird, which it's just not letting me use on the first turn. If you go first in a trainer battle, then you only get 2 of your 3 attacks, so that kind of equalizes the advantage from going first. We're just going to use the one with the biggest multiplier. So 200%, 220, but this is more hits, so this will help my combo. Oh. No, we use the normal first, so that we can hopefully crit with the super effective. And if we do, yep, 1 done. Alright, it doesn't really matter. This is super effective, you are not super effective. Hit 1, and then try to finish 1 with this, and then if we crit, oh, tilt. And if we crit, oh, and then they healed. Oh, you will use. Yeah. Talking about crit. You had 1 job. Probably 3 stars, 4 stars. 4 stars, I'll take it. Not that I need another, good, another blob egg. That makes, I think, 3 that I'm not using. Maybe I'll use later. But. And some XP that didn't cack me to the next level. Here's the important part. However, to become a proper monster keeper, you will need to complete 1 more test. Young keeper, this next test will be much more challenging. You should prepare for it first. If your monsters have any free skill points, use them now. Use them wisely. No. Just, I already did that. Are you prepared for the real test? Yes. Good. You show bravery, but this time you are not facing a normal monster. It's a monkey robot. I think that's what that is. Definitely looks like a monkey robot. Particularly powerful monsters are often described as champions. Yes. They have more health and do more damage and can act multiple times a turn. Stroking his beard wizenedly. It is your job as a monster keeper to take care of them. Like, take care of them, like help them? Or like, you know, like the mafia. Like, they're gonna take care of you. So it's only fitting, So it's only fitting that you be one to become a member of the Order of Monster Keepers. Show me what you're made of. I'm gonna show the monkey robot what I'm made of, actually. So this guy does apply debuffs, so I could use my defensive boy, but lazy, and it's a balance between, like, I think I could survive this fight, so I just want the fastest clear speed possible to try to get all the bonuses. So buff first. No more buffs. I do have super effective attacks because he's weak to lightning, so let's now that we are buffed up. Tiny damage. Yeah, so I guess I should have because I'm usually going to be finishing my combos with him. That's not the same as the build I had last time. So he deals 2 and 4. So it doesn't matter which one goes first. He's weaker, go first. But keep building the combo. Oh, but Claws is not super effective. So oh, nice crit. 167. Anyway, game is pretty lenient here. I just did some pretty decent damage to my I don't know that there's any extra damage as long as your DPS is pretty good. Turn your game volume down so I can hear you better. Thank you for asking. Yes, I can. But not in the middle of a battle, question mark? No. Do not have that option right now, but I will soon. Thanks for saying something. That'll help editing. Future. I'm lazy. Dashed up there uncomfortable. So I don't know what you guys are doing. Alright, we got one rare loot, only a 3-star clear. Not great, but dim level ups though. Congratulations, young one. You have defeated your first champion, and therefore you are a keeper aspirant. Nothing more is required of you. However, stay a while in addition, won't you? Because there are things going on in the sanctuary that trouble me. More expositing. You see, monsters can't become as powerful by normal means, and champions usually don't accept other monsters beside them, or a keeper in control of them. Oh, weren't you just controlling the monkey robot? Champions are always an anomaly, quite rare in nature. I enhanced this golem myself to make it stronger. It makes you part of the problem. But even I couldn't control it for longer periods of time, so I leave it deactivated most of the time. Recently, keeper rangers have been fighting an unusual amount of champions around the sanctuary. I regularly receive letters by Vario mail? That's the bird. That's the bird I have. That mail. From rangers who are stuck in the distant reaches of the sanctuary, fighting against champions. Maybe shouldn't have gone there. Don't start no wish, won't be no wish. If it weren't for my old bones, I'd go out there myself. But at least I can keep the keeper's trail safe. I trapped a champion in the caves in this area. You can take care of it if you feel up to the task. OBS, XP, and bragging rights. Mountain path key. The thing that we needed earlier. But before you go, there's one more lesson I want to teach you. Please no. Don't worry. I don't have any other monster for you to fight. I'd rather that. This lesson is just about feeding your monster. We've done this. We've done this already. Yep. Put food in the gullet, you get stuff. Yep. We can go ahead and do that. Mana for this boy. Probably lose that later. Mana for this boy, because buffs. And then health. Do we already have maxed out defense? Yes. Health on this boy. Okay. Cool. Skills. Best part of the game. He asked me if I didn't do any of my skills yet. Of course I did my skills. Crit damage. Yes. Just attack passive. We'll get that crit damage later. And then glory is crit chance. The cat already will learn that. Chill. Mana. It's pretty boring. I guess get MP back when you heal. It's fine. Next item. Defensive boy. Get more damage. Yeti. That passive heal though. That's why you exist. And Magma Boy, I guess more burn. Okay, so now we're going to go. Oh, right, I was going to do the thing. Options. Audio. Yeah, it was only 50%, but yeah. Is that better? Is that a decent balance? Or the beep's too loud? I don't know. Alright, so in this game, you are a man on a mission. And the mission is fishing for monsters. You are trying to defend a monster sanctuary with the 3 mythical beasts what have defended the sanctuary for centuries. And each of them go with a family, so you have burb? Okay, we need better burb for this. Each of your families has a specified monster. My monster is this spectral wolfy boy who is significantly better than all my other monsters. Also, you need a little tiny monster boy to get in there. Metroid ball style. 100 Jeezys. 100 grand. Wait, that was not trade. So yeah, it's a very vague, ambiguous. Go save the world because bad stuff is happening and there's monsters everywhere. Like, yeah, I know. This would be a significantly less interesting game if there were no monsters. Terraria. Terraria is the game I was thinking of. Yeah. DPS. Keep him. Mike. Put me in coach. I'm ready to play. Today. Get that crit? Yeah. One shot. Berserker is Double crit. Oh, so close. Yeah, 5 stars. Yeah, feels good. Even though I got nothing useful. Oh, I got a berry. Berry is good for crit boys. So use that consumable. These permanently increase your stats, but you can only use up to 3 on each of your boys. Yeah, Catsurker is going to be more of a crit damage dealer than my main ghosty, most likely. What are you up to, Malachi? Oh, crazy. What have you been into so far this break? It was really weird waking up on Monday and not having to work. She's in a PhD program. Oh, this is a sweet accessory. It's a unique one. Random buff at the start of combat and defense. Those are the ones you want to level up. Water. Yes, this is the elemental. Potion, completely irrelevant. Not even worth my time coming down. Verb, Flymater. No? Okay. Alright, whatever. Can't get there either? Good. Good talk. This way? No, this way is death. Where's another way? Oh, okay, by the teleport. Gotcha. Hopefully. What that's it is. Oh, so close. Duplicate items. So I can't just like, this guy cares about HP, I can't just stack multiple vital rings on him. You can only use up to one of the same item. Oh, wizard pattern. I'll need to take that on him. I guess I should put a vital ring on him. It's irrelevant. Farming gets significantly easier once you get to 80 attacks, so you just wipe them all in like the first turn. One crit. Didn't even look. That's how meaningless you are to me, magma pillars. Immediately punished for my quip. Okay, please be this way. Yeah. Oh. Auspiciously glowing boy over there. Does anyone need defense? Sure. You replace that. Oh, it's just a level 6 monk. There's very little special about this. It is one of those weird champion keepers, but he'll just go down like a chump. The chance of the first attack, good. Ooh, nice. Get that combo multiplier going. 6 hits, yeah. 6 hits, pretty good. Yeah, my first playthrough of the game, I was really concerned about my HP and monitoring all the time and healing more often. The Yeti. Yowie. Not that. But using him to make sure my HP was topped up did not matter. The first part of the game is pretty safe. Other than like really scary bosses that are super ominous looking. You don't have to worry about it. Ooh, bandana +1. That's what I was talking about. Get those modified equipment for better stance. Assigning new skills is definitely the most exciting part of this game. It's the best feeling. Ugh, those are all boring. More crit chance is probably what we want. Eventually we'll get the buffs, but... Oh no, this is a good buff. This is a good buff, and so is this. 2% increased damage for every buff on the monster, because this is just 5 flat crit chance. We'll take the buffs. I don't think I want to go down this tree, so let's just take this for that passive later. Crit change the whole party. Yeah, we definitely want this tree for those passives. Those are better passives. You can take mana, because you're not going to be attacking that often. And get any more thickness. Yeah, this is good with thickness. Extra damage. Nope. Not going to use you, but whatever. 4 hits. Sustain ring. Don't need it at all. Oh, right. I got that sweet thing. Put it in the cat circle. Good chance, good chance. Which one did I get? +1, so +1 crit chance. I'll take it. Oh, I almost missed that. Karina, mana and healing skills, definitely on Adrian. Magic. Actually, put over this. Healing skills. Alright. Now where am I going? I are lost. Oh. Okay, I know where I'm going. I need to go back here, where the T intersection was. I just can't get it there. Okay. Take the long way. Good. Suffering. We'll be looking at a house with my wife later this afternoon. So pretty much as soon as we get off the stream at 2, I'm going to be going to check out what we hope will be a really nice house. It's close to get him. Goes to a lot of the houses we've seen out east, like Pickerington, Hannah, haven't been good quality. So we're just hoping in the quality of some pictures. We don't want to get catfished. We've been catfished by a lot of houses. Yeah, we'll take the more wind damage. Wind damage has been pretty good so far in this game. A lot of enemies susceptible to it. I feel like, is this a fake wall? Not just a fake wall, a fake passage. Treasure. Helmet? Yeah, you want a helmet. You like damage. You like damage? I like damage too. I some crit damage. Sure. I'll take damage all the day. All the live long today. Thanks, Catsucker. You're a bro. Thanks, Minimap. Yeah, the controls in this game actually feel really good. This is very tight platforming. Despite how much it looks like I'm quite bad at it, I'm just very used to the double jump. It's super spoiled. Yeah, the attack power is getting up there to the point where if they crit, they can just one-shot someone. Big fan of. That is the goal. That is the goal. First, so that way if they happen to live, they don't heal and make you take more attacks. Could be ignoring these or avoiding these random battles, but XPZs. Grind life. Endorphin rush of getting new skills. Nice job, worse. Or a double crit. I'll take it to the bank. The ring is blah. But those blue gems will be useful. All the rare upgrade materials are super useful because these focus on the focus on the equipment that's like your damaging equipment, so you can get more deeps. All about the deeps, clear speed. So going down to the trap, get to that teleporter from the town. I need to get to the town. So going back to the signpost we saw earlier. Oh, barf. Oh, and double heal. While you do this. More powerful attack that has more combo potential. Very fast, it's Another one kills. Oh, good. More blob eggs. That makes 4? 5. 5 blob eggs sitting in a row. Okay, that'll guarantee. Much faster when the enemies don't get much return. I much prefer not to watch them heal themselves. Frustrating. There we go. I don't want mana. Not looking for long battles. I want fast clear speeds. Could worry about running out of mana if the battle only lasts 2 turns. Ideally 1. Birds. Birds all over your body. Yeah, the reason I'm using might is so I'm used to these battles is so I can one-shot everything. Otherwise I'd have to use the bird attack plus a finishing blow. With the might buff, you'll be dealing with one-shotting these days. Ooh, feather's good. We already crit maxed. Crit attack. Crit attack. I'll take some crit on him. Buffs. Just in case we ever get to another boss. Alright, we are on fresh territory. We are going in the right direction. We did it, boys. We're in the room. Oh, I'm gonna use this weapon, so that's not doing anything. Reuse. How about it? Oh, they were really focusing down on those multiple. That was not much like that in the first playthrough. Ooh, berries though. We like the berries. We are a big fan of crit damage. I wonder if it's because I'm using all glass cannons. We arrived back at the Keeper's stronghold. The stronghold has served as a base of operations for the Monster Keepers for centuries. We should explore some other areas of the Monster Sanctuary next. The Blue Caves are located just below the stronghold. Before we head there, you should prepare yourself and your monsters adequately. You can find merchants and a blacksmith in the stronghold to ensure that your monsters always have the best food and the best gear. If you ever feel lost or aren't sure where to go next, you can go to your menu and use the talk feature. Oh, I didn't actually read that in my first playthrough. I definitely hit some points where I was like, I don't know where to go. I just wandered around the entire explored world for like an hour. Whatever, grinding. Value. The talk feature allows you to ask me about our current objectives. That's what you get when you skip tutorials. That's what you get.
This is the Keeper's stronghold, home to all monster keepers. Welcome, Keeper Aspite.
I don't know why that boy is like a Lollipop Guild representative. Okay. I don't need you. You're merchants. Go away. You're not a merchant. You're not merchants. Oh, but there's treasure. Ain't got time for you, but treasure. Yeah. Hi, Blood Boy. Those are not for fighting. Those are monsters are for friends. Those are friend monsters. Treasure.
The staff.
Crit chance +7. Too bad I don't have a crit mage. I actually think I found a monster even in my level 40 account that has like good crit attacking mages. Most of them are physical attackers. Okay, so we can buy some stuff. Let's get some crit chance. Yeah, there we go. Crit chance. Crit chance or crit damage I would take. It's not great. That's it. 40 damage is okay. The mana regeneration is nice. Oh, what? Is there shuriken? Yeah, crit chance. Oh, I can buy as many of those as I want. Yeah, so I'll take 3. Shuriken. That's Estus. Shuriken. Got that crit chance. Crit chance. Your items don't need you. Skill resetter I do need. Because one of these boys had bad skills. Not you. No, you're fine. Yeah, I was going to respec my ghost to eke out one more skill, which is totes worth. So reset his skills, because I'm not going to use that one tree for a long time. So this is a magic attack, unlike all the others which are physical. So I'm going to use these physical trees first. And then the passive over here is decent. And these passives are actively good, because crit damage. So rather than use this, which is a magical attack I'll basically never use, I need this skill just so I can get access to this, and then I will need this to get access to the next tier. All the Durling just for a tiny amount of value. That's life. Alright, crit damage berries. Let's get 6 of those. I think that's right. Because I need all of them on... There's 2 of them here. And... Dang it, 3 of them here. And, yeah, 2 more for the verb. Just all crit all the time. The only food that can multiply damage, so crit is usually a good focus, other than increasing your combo. Hey, there's another keeper. See, let's just get the burb. That's what I had last time. Burb, very good. V good. It's also a flying monster, which you need to navigate stuff. Okay, here's that checkpoint. Alright, so here's where we can use our army of eggs. We have so many blob eggs. Gosh dang it, blobby. And they will take our blob eggs for money. So we're going to donate our eggs into conscription. So they are creating an army, and they will give us rewards for donating our hapless little monster buddies to their army. So what effectively happened here is I killed a bunch of blob moms and dads, and I stole their babies and eggs, and now I'm donating them to form an army by the monster keepers to continue to enslave other monsters. This is a wholesome game. Blob army. You can see you get rewards for donating stuff. We don't need any dupes. There is very slight reason for trying to get dupes with different, kind of like natures in Pokemon later in the game. But right now, we would just absolutely love to cash these in for that 6 money. And then you can donate monsters as well. I think all of these have unique skills other than Yowie, and we're probably going to use him for bosses for a little while. Blobby could go, but he actually has a water skill, so we're going to keep him. Alright, so what do we get from that? We got, I think, more berry, good, which we don't need anymore. And we've already defense maxed him. Did we health max him? Nope, perfect. Last health thing we need. So defense, our fiery boy, no, not even worth it. We're going to get rid of him soon. So let's go over here where there is a blacksmith. And this is also another fun AP part of the game.
I'm a blacksmith of monster armor and weapons. I can upgrade equipment for you. I'll give you some materials to get started. Copper.
You'll never take me alive, Kappa. And some stuff. All that stuff we picked up earlier.
Use these to upgrade some of your equipment.
Alright, so this is a really good interface. I like this. It's not just a list of all the things you own, but the yellow ones are unique, so they have special abilities. You see over here, the Pandora's Box and the Ocarina are both good. This one helps healing abilities. This one gives you random buffs. But all these others are just normal. They're like not special in any way, except for they're equipped to my monsters. And it starts with the ones in your party. So I can see these 4 are equipped, these 4 are equipped, and then, you know, like the less used monsters have some of the equipment. But I mostly care about bumping up my crit chance on the shuriken, because when you upgrade it, you get more damage, and you get more crit chance. So that's the first thing I'm going to upgrade. All the shurikens. Then I want ones that are maxed for crit. So crit ring obviously is maxed for crit, straight crit. Although you get crit chance and some extra bonus stuff here. Crit damage 22 is really good. So we'll take, let's see, we only have 3 of these red gems. It takes 2 to upgrade this. So we can't upgrade both of these. We only pick one or the other. So let's do a little bit of triage. This takes copper and cotton. That's actually really cheap to upgrade, and helmets deal extra attack. So we'll take both of those. Crit chance, and only takes 1 red gem. So yeah, upgrade that. It's does not take any gems, so yes, I'll take that. This takes blue gems, but we have plenty of those. And then we're left with these two. We want to upgrade one. I'll take the crit chance, because I think the chances are still pretty low right now. Yeah, 33. So we definitely, in order to get crit damage, we need to increase our crit chance. So let's increase that crit chance. And then anything else we have left over, like I usually prioritize the magical weapon or the magical accessories and weapons first. They're definitely worth upgrading, and those are more end game content. We can't upgrade this anymore because we're out of cotton. We could buy some or pick some from bed monsters. We'll take the orb. That's a pretty good one. Minor regen. And I don't really care about it. But yeah, there'll be a merchant later here that lets you buy materials. You never get the highest level materials, but you will get like the cotton, the common ones, to be able to craft your weapons up. So I would love to just see the deeps change. So we're gonna warp back here, and we're gonna check out the deeps, see if we changed our deep significantly. So we give our boys a lot more crit chance, and all of them have max crit damage food now. If we can find any monsters. Hello. Yeah, I know all the monsters previously, but they do respawn. Okay, so let's go ahead and buff for the big pipey thing. And before the biggest crits we got were like in the, I don't know, OCD. We're in the, I think like low 120s. Let's see if we can break that. Well, I will never kill any of these natural damage. He will kill us net damage, so let's just do that. 347, yeah, the big pipey damage. Doubled our damage. That's hot. I mean, this burb, if you kill this guy. Alright, pretty close. Who has more attack? I think the cat surfer. No, 414, yeah. Nearly triple the damage. Yeah. Big pipey damage. 5-star odds. And we got some time. Alright, that is probably a good time to cut this. Oh, I forgot I can't get back up there. Why do I do this? That's a perfect time to cut the stream, because I can go through the doldrums of getting back over to this teleporter by going all the way around here to get back to here and continue with the story later. But I'm going to go look for a house and maybe buy a house and spend a few $100,000. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys. I will be back streaming tomorrow. I might try a different game. I can't get Genshin to run with my screencasting software and YouTube, so that's a lot of processing power and a really good incentive for me to build a new computer when I get